Hello everybody, my name is Yorgos and today I want to talk to you about a tiny Greek word that if you know how to use it properly, I promise that you're going to step up your Greek speaking game. A few words about me. I'm a Greek teacher and I own a Greek learning community with over 1,200 members so far. And in this community, we take Greek learners go from a beginner to having a 10-minute conversation in Greek. So if you're interested, feel free to check it out, link in the description down below. Now, the word that I'm talking about is the word na. If you don't know this word already, you might be thinking, how the hell is this word gonna step up my speaking game? But I promise that it's going to, because this word has actually three functions, and the most useful function that it has is that it can connect two verbs together. And I can give you a few examples to showcase that. If you want to say in Greek, I want to know, then you are going to say θέλω να ξέρω. So in this example, it connects θέλω with ξέρω. Let's see another one. I can do it. And in Greek, we would say μπορώ να το κάνω. Important thing to note here is that this word is not translated from to, like in the example, I want to know. It's not really an exact translation because in the second example that I gave, to is not there, but na in Greek is still there. I can do it becomes μπορώ να το κάνω. So this is the main function that it has. And of course you can make a bunch of complicated sentences using na and connecting each time the verbs with a na. For example, θέλω να μάθω να παίζω golf. And here it is in the whiteboard as well, connecting verbs. Going to number two. A second function that it has is to express shall or should in Greek. For example, if you want to say, shall I wait? In Greek, you will say, να περιμένω. So two important things here. Number one, you start with na to express shall or should. And number two, your tone, whenever you're saying να περιμένω, should be a question tone. If you satisfy these two conditions, you're expressing shall or should. Another example is να πάμε, and that means shall we go? And the third function that it has is to express let's, which means let us, but also let him, let her, let it, let them, etc. For example, if you want to say let's go to the cinema, a way to say that in Greek is again starting with na, but this time your tone will be affirmative. For example, πού να πάμε σήμερα, which is where shall we go today? Να πάμε στο θέατρο. Let's go to the theater. But again, it's important to know that if you want to express let's or let him, let her, etc., to have an affirmative tone in your voice. Here, I will add that a bit more of a common way to express let's or let him, etc., is to use the word us, which is again very, very short, and it's a bit more commonly used than na to express let's or let him, etc. One more to keep in mind is that whenever you use na, almost all the time there's a verb that is following. You have to make the choice in your head whether the verb that you're going to use is going to be in its open or ongoing form or in its closed form. And that depends on what you want to express. For example, if you want to say, I want to read, but you mean generally in your life you want to read, you want to be someone that reads books, you will say θέλω να διαβάζω. And this is the open or ongoing form of the verb that expresses that generally you want to read. But if you want to say I want to read it, now with the it, you're kind of giving the context that there's something specific that you want to read. And that would be θέλω να το διαβάσω, this time with an S. So this is something to be conscious about whenever you use na. So generally na is very, very useful. There's a bit of a learning curve to it, which means you have to know how to use it because a lot of concepts in Greek are tied into the use of na. But after you master it and know how to use it, Greek is going to make so much more sense and you're going to be able to use it more confidently as well. If you want to know more Greek and you want to go from a beginner to a 10-minute conversation in Greek, feel free to join my Greek learning community where we've helped hundreds of students go from a beginner to having a conversation in Greek. If you're interested, the link is down below in the description. See you there.